singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside, gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I did one grocery shop to last 8 weeks over the summer holidays. Why did I do a crazy thing like this? This main shop, the goal behind it was so I just had more time with my kids over the summer holidays, and I wasn't spending so much time doing my grocery shopping, my main shops every fortnight, and filming for you guys and doing all the things I do for the This Mum at Home business. I just decided to do the one shop and do it well, plan out well, so I could just have more time with the kids. But I am going to show you guys obviously the big shop that I did, the main shop. I'm going to talk about where I got stuff from, how I planned it, and just all the thoughts that were running through my head. It is 4 weeks in. I have actually just done another video on the channel here, so you can look at that. I will put the link below in case you're watching this way into the future. But I've done a bit of a 4-week update, but I am going to update you guys at the end of this video on how things have gone, especially since actually sort of restocking and refilling and stuff like I was doing in that video. I was doing that to sort of see if we could survive the next 4 weeks, and I will let you know if I think we will survive the next 4 weeks without me going back and doing a main shop, of course. But first things first, let's get into how and why I did this crazy move. Alright, so why did I do this? Obviously I've already explained this, but basically the bulk of it was just so I had more time with the kids, and I was just cutting out some days of work basically, and that's why I did it. Not only obviously work within the home, shopping and doing all of that, and all my planning and stuff, but also just my actual This Mum at Home work. I didn't have to film my grocery hauls every fortnight, like my main shop, so I just really cut all that out. I will let you know that with doing this main shop over the 8 weeks, the goal was to do the most of it and really just to have top-up shops maybe once a week. Very low cost. I have averaged around $50 a week for top-up shops, I will say that. And the goal for that was obviously I can't buy 8 weeks of fresh fruit and veggies, for example, milk and bread. I can't do that. So the goal was to be able to go back to the supermarket for small top-up shops only, which would take me 15 minutes to do, and just to get those things weekly that I did need, because obviously I can't make that stuff last for 8 weeks. I don't have the room in my fridges and freezers either to have 8 weeks worth of bread and milk, so yeah. And anything that was probably a little bit more perishable that I couldn't last that long either, like yogurts for example, if I couldn't get a use by date to go that far, obviously I would get that stuff in the top-up shop. So that's really why I did it, and that was the thought behind it really initially. Obviously, to do something like this, you need to plan very well and be very smart with how you are doing things. I have been doing meal planning on this channel for, well, the bulk of the last 10 years, I'll say that. I have a very much a set process on how I do things, and you guys have seen me do that stuff over the years. That has helped me save thousands of dollars. Before I was doing that, I was spending thousands of dollars, like $5,000 per year more than what I've been doing, and that was when I only had 3 of us here without Isabel. It was just Johnny, myself, and Joseph when he was very little. So it definitely has helped us save a ton of money. So I always stick to that plan. I always go back to the processes when I need to and really make that work. So I really had that like in my mind on how I do things, and I really use that as the basis to actually do my planning. I am going to have another video here on the channel very shortly, because I actually no longer, I do it a little bit differently now. You guys haven't seen me really do it in the last 12 months, but I do things a little bit differently where I don't use printables now either. So I just use a Kmart notebook, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that because it's really simplified things. It was just purely because I couldn't print the printables anymore. But I do the notebook system now. I love it. I'm going to share it with you guys so you guys can follow it, because I know having printables and all of that can be a little bit overwhelming for people. So I am going to share that. Basically, I sat down and really tried to map out 8 weeks ahead and really had to think about what was important and how I could make things stretch further, how I could save money and all of that with this one shop. So with main meals being an expensive part of the grocery shopping, I did a lot of my focus there. I had to think about what kind of meats I was going to purchase, what things I could make out of the meats to make them last longer. Maybe I could buy one meat, for example, like chicken schnitzels for example, and use those to make multiple different meals, but I could still buy them in bulk so to get a really good price from Costco. There are also things like making things in bulk, so spaghetti bolognese. I could buy the meat in bulk at Costco, make the spaghetti bolognese, but could do lots of different things with it, which is what I like to call food flipping. I do a lot of that now. I'm always thinking ahead with stuff, like the chicken schnitzels could be made into so many different things. A roast chicken can be flipped into so many different things. Saves a ton of time, guys, doing stuff like that. And sometimes, like as far as mince goes, for example, making that into bolognese, I can turn that into different things as well, not just spaghetti bolognese. So doing a lot of food flipping and thinking ahead when buying in bulk like that, I am saving a lot of time obviously, but I'm also saving a bit of money as well. So I really thought about stuff like that. When it came to vegetables, obviously fresh fruit and veggies I can't make last 8 weeks, but I can do some of those things as frozen stuff. So I did buy some of that stuff as well, and even some of the stuff like as far as fruits go, there are other options where I can have that in the pantry. Of course I still buy my fresh fruit on a weekly basis, but the bulk of it I can actually buy in freeze form and little snack cups and stuff like that. So we've done a little bit of that too, just to have a lot more of that already purchased ahead, which has saved me obviously a ton of money. With the meat, I did think about sort of meat and veggies, meat and salads, that type of thing that we could cook, but also thought about what meal bases I could buy to turn those meats into other things too. So I bought quite a few of my normal meal bases as well, and I also had a lot of that here actually in my stockpile as well still, that I could really use over the summer holidays. So that has been great as well, just for a little bit more of a diverse menu. I'll say that, you know, I don't want to every single week just have sausages and vegetables. You know, I like to do different things with the sausages, so maybe I can use a deviled sausage meal base and really turn that into you know, different meals and stuff on different weeks as well. Obviously bulk cooking, a lot of those meal base types of meals, so you've got, well, I do apricot chicken, I do cottage pie, I do the deviled sausages, stir fries are great, obviously I do stuff like that, pasta type meals, spaghetti bolognese like I said, chow mein and all of that. When I make it, I obviously cook it in bulk and then stretch it over. I always think ahead, always stretch it over the next few weeks. So I cook extra, and that's what I really had planned when I was shopping, obviously for meats and things, and just any ingredients and supplies initially. Was thinking of, you know, making those meals and then being able to freeze them and them to stretch into the weeks ahead. So that has helped immensely, and I'm going to tell you that the meats that I purchased and all of that are going to actually last well beyond the 8 weeks, which is fantastic. When it came to drinks, I did buy a little bit of bulk, but that was just something as an extra that I thought would pick up in top-up shops if needed. But juices, cordials, my water I have to buy extra because obviously I can't stock 8 weeks of that. I just don't have the room for it. Things like that weren't really part of the main shop, but I did think about that a little bit. Snacks are obviously a big part of it. So when it came to snacks, all I could think about was going to Costco, honestly, to save money. And also sometimes if it wasn't saving money, but it was maybe around the same price, I was just really about convenience of having the bulk items. And I love that. I haven't had to even think about going back to the supermarket for little snack things. With the packaged snacks, obviously that's not the only snacks that we eat here at the house. We do a lot of fresh fruit, we do cheeses and bickies and yogurts, you know, that kind of stuff. So some of that stuff obviously I had to get in the top-up shop each week in the weeks ahead. That's what I've already, you know, done. But the bulk of actually having you know, snacks in bulk from Costco, like it could be chips, it could be pretzels, muesli bars, just stuff like that. Even the freeze-dried fruit I bought in bulk from Costco, that kind of stuff I've definitely thought ahead, and that's where I went for it. I went mostly to Costco, like 95% of it would have been from Costco, just because I could do that and I could get it at a great price. And then of course I've got other ingredients I can just make stuff as well. I made sure that I had, you know, just flours and things like that. I've got Mari biscuits, which I can do lots of different, I can flip that food into a lot of different things and make little snacks with that too. So there is also not just the pre-packaged stuff, but also I thought about stuff that I could make, obviously, like cakes and cupcakes and, you know, stuff like that that I could do as well. So I did also think about stuff I could buy, or stuff that I already had here that I could use in the next 8 weeks, to not only just do packaged stuff as well. Alright, so there's the basis of how I plan stuff and what my thoughts were going through my head when I was thinking about doing this 8-week shop. Let me get into it now. Here is the grocery haul that I did from Costco, Woolworths, Coles and Aldi when I did that shop. I did spend a week doing this. I shopped obviously at different places over that week, but yeah, here is everything. Costco, I'm going to start with just like the dry goods, the pantry style goods that I purchased. I did buy, this was not on my list, this big bag of coffee. There's 120 packets in there. It's a Vietnamese coffee. I actually had it in the store, you know, where they do the little tastings, and I was like, oh, this tastes really good. So I bought it because I was like, that's a really good price. It was $23.99. That's a lot. They'll probably last me at least the 2 months, if not longer. It's coffee, sugar, and a non-dairy creamer in there, so I thought it would be good for Johnny to have too. And you can have it hot or cold. So I don't know. It definitely tastes different to Nescafe, but I thought I would buy it anyway. And yeah, it was a good price. Veggie straws. This is the usual one that I always buy, but they've just changed the packaging. It's very bright now. I definitely noticed it in the store. This one here was $17.99 for the box of 40, which is good. I did get 2 lots of the freeze-dried fruit packets, which we love these. Isabella and I especially, like, really. These are actually, they have gone up a little bit, but they're $12.99 for a box of 12 now, which is still very good. But she doesn't really like the pineapple. Johnny and I will eat the pineapple mostly. Everyone loves the apple, and the mango, I'll eat the mango. So it's a bit of yes and no in places, but we do tend to go through it pretty quickly. So I am going to put some away and just sort of see if we can slow down that process. These fruity rolls are different. These were $16.98 for a box of 80. So that I got these because I got 2 boxes, by the way. There is 2 boxes there. I got these because they were a better deal than, I can't remember the other brand now. The yellow box that I normally get, like the little fruity gem things. This was cheaper, and I thought it was just something different. So I'll open up a packet in a second and show you exactly what that looks like. But yeah, we've tasted it. It tastes really good. It's strawberry, raspberry, and apple mixture in it. And yeah, we really just got it as something different. The yellow box lasts me a good couple of months, so this is going to probably last me a while. I'll definitely hide some of these, obviously, to make them stretch out. But they're a good little throw-in for a lunchbox, I think, as well. These coconut rolls, I wish I had bought more. I just bought 1 bag. It was $11.99, very cheap for 22 packets. So there's 11 of mango and 11 of blueberry. I love the mango and I love the blueberry. Isabella only likes the blueberry. Johnny and Joseph have not tasted them yet, but they are so nice. I wish I got more than 1 packet because they were delicious, and they're not that bad as far as like sugars and, you know, all the ingredients and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, these would be great actually when school goes back. I wish I got more, but maybe I will next year when I go shopping again. Pretzels, these have gone up a little bit. They're $12.99. They are for 1 kilo. I should have got 2 buckets, but I've only got 1. And then there is the chocolate wafers. This was honestly an impulse buy. It was like $5.89, and I thought Christmas time is just when I think to buy this. So I'm like, we can use these in I think desserts like ice cream cones and stuff like that. I'm thinking for summer holidays, so I did get a big lot of those. The multi-packs of chips, these are the flavors in the box, and there is 66 in there. We do like this mix. We like all of them, so it's really good for us. Otherwise we would get the Aldi one as well, but this was $19.99 and I got 2 boxes of those. The marshmallows, the big giant bags here, these were, how much were these? Let me check. Oh, $7.49, and I got 2. So I got these to do a few different things with, but to make up my bubble bars as well, because I haven't done them for ages. And Aldi, sometimes they have them, but they are not a good price anymore at all. They used to come in a box of 12, and now they're only a box of 6. So they've pretty much halved them, but they're around the same price. So I prefer to make them if I have stuff. So I like to use these marshmallows. The only thing is, because these are a good price, the only thing with this though is that you've got to cut them up, because it just makes it easier to melt down because they're so big. So yeah, I guess if you want of these, get the smaller ones, but for a good price, I always buy these ones. I did get 2 boxes of the shapes. There is 42 packets in there, and these are the flavors of them. These were $14.99 for the 42 packets, which is a good price. The Savoys were actually on a rebate, so this box of 6 only cost me $10.50, which is amazing for 6. That's way less than $2 a box. So that was a really good surprise for me, because these are pretty much the only ones the kids really like. They're not keen on saladas and stuff now because they love Savoys. So I was glad to see those on special. I did get some pizza sauce, the Legos one, which we love. I love the Aldi one too, but if I can get this one at a good price, I do. And this was $9.99, so $3.33 per bottle. So that's a really good price. So there's 3 of those, and I just use them obviously to make homemade pizzas. Muesli bars, they didn't have those, what are they that I like? Is it Mother's Nature brand that I can get from the supermarket now? I love those, but they didn't have them. So instead I actually got this one. This one was $23.99 for the box of 64. They are a really nice bar, and they're very similar to the other ones I buy, because they've got like a rice puff inside of them as well, so they're nice. They're a bit lighter. They just don't have the chocolate coating on the back like the other ones do, but these will be good. We haven't had these ones for ages. And then gravy was the other pantry item that I got, and that was $11.79 for that, so that's a good price. I actually thought it was more expensive than that, and maybe it was at some point, so I think it's actually come down. Oh, also for $14.99 I got this 2 kilo honey. We go through a lot of honey. It's just over here because Johnny was actually using this in his smoothie, and I didn't realize, so I didn't put this in with everything else when I was filming. So yeah, 2 kilos for $14.99 of the Kirkland Australian honey, which is fantastic. We probably, I don't even know if this will last 2 months, honestly guys. It's a bit of a trial and error with this one because it's so big, but we do go through a lot of honey. When it came to fruits and veg from Costco, obviously I just bought from there what I was going to get for bulk for doing some food prep stuff. And I did get eggs. So I got 60 lot of eggs here for $23.49. You can normally buy these separately, so you can see there's 2 trays there, but they just had a deal for this, so it was cheaper to buy it that way. So that was a really good price. I am planning on doing some prep with the eggs, so that was good for me to actually get that. In the top-up shops coming up, obviously I'll probably get more eggs as I need through the weeks, because it's not something I can buy so much of that will last for 2 months. So I just wanted to get this lot now just for the bulk cooking stuff. The carrots were just under $5. I think they're about $4.89 for 3 kilos. I used to be able to get 3 kilos for $3, so it has gone up, but they're great carrots, and again I'm going to use this a lot for some prep stuff. Same with the spinach. This is a massive bag, 350 grams. It's huge. If you can see this in person, I don't know how big the ones at Coles and that are. Are they 250 maybe? This seems like such a lot, because you know spinach is very light, so with the weight situation it's probably at least another 100 grams on top, so it's huge though. But for me, I will use this for some cooking prep stuff, but I'll also put this in the freezer. I like to freeze it in the bag like this, and then you kind of open the bag a little bit, push out the air, freeze it. Once it's frozen, then I just push it like this and crush it down. I love cooking and stuff with it, especially in eggs for my breakfast and things, so that's really what I got it for. I did buy those little frozen portions at one point. They're cheap, like $1 for a certain amount, but they're a bit of a pain. Like, you've got to actually microwave them to break them up before you use them, like if I'm cooking eggs for example, because otherwise it just goes in there like a big clump, and with eggs it takes ages to break down. So I just like to do it this way. I just prefer this, so I did get this one. The mushrooms were pretty cheap as well. These were $6.39 for 650 grams. This is purely just for cooking. I'll use these on pizzas for Johnny. I don't eat mushrooms, but I'll eat it in like carbonara and stuff that I make, like something like that. The kids don't eat them either. Johnny likes them though, so he'll use them in salads and stuff like that. So I did get a big lot for that reason, because it was very cheap for that. Zucchinis, this is 1 kilo for $6.99. Again, I got a lot of this because I'm going to use it for some food prep. And then the tomatoes. I actually got this whole box of Trust tomatoes. I think it's a kilo. I'm just trying to see if it says. It doesn't say on the box. It probably said it in the store, but I didn't take any notice. I just saw how many, and this was $10.99, which is great for tomatoes. This is pretty much like 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of the bags that you would normally buy, which you would definitely be paying more than $2.50 in the supermarket for. So again, I've got this for some food prep I'm doing, and they tend to last anyway in the fridge a fair while, these, if I put them in the veggie crisper. So well, you use them for a bit of both, but then obviously in the top-up shops, when it comes to fruit and veg, fresh fruit and veg, I'll be buying in the top-up shops only. But like I said, this for cooking is perfect for me. The only thing I didn't get, so normally in my made up grated bags of stuff for cooking, I do carrots, zucchini, capsicum and onion. Capsicum and onion I did not get at Costco because I can get it cheaper at the supermarket. Style meats, if we can call all of this that, we'll call it that today. So I actually did get cocktail frankfurts. This is like a big 3-pack that's joined together. Now this is, what is it, $8.99, so $3 a pack. That's not too bad for the Primo brand especially. That's a good sort of price. I could cut these up and freeze them. I might do that depending on the use by date, which I can't see actually. Oh, 5th of December, definitely. I'll probably cut these up and put them in the freezer just so they last, because obviously I want to use this over the summer holidays. So, not just by the first week of December, obviously. So, these we'll have probably just as a quick little lunch on the holidays, or maybe we might have like on a simple Saturday night, like have hot dogs or something like that, like in bread. I'll put these in bread and have hot dogs. So we'll do a few different things with these, but that was a great price. The bacon, this is the bacon that we love to buy. Annoying that it doesn't come in, like it used to come split up into 3 500-gram packs all joined together like this. It was really good. Now it's all in one. This is $15.99 and it's so delicious. That's for 1.5 kilos. It's my favorite bacon, definitely. I do have some in the freezer, but I know I'm going to need some more obviously over that time, especially because I'm going to be doing some cook-ups. So I got this one really for the cook-ups initially, and then anything left over I'll just bag up and put in the freezer. $13.49 for the Primo salami. These are great for when I'm doing like freezer sandwiches and stuff for school. Obviously I'm just using this for the holidays. So what I'm probably going to do, because it's 600 grams, so 300 grams in each lot. There is a lot in each pack though. I usually can get quite a lot of sandwiches out of it. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll break it up into smaller bags and just put the bags in the freezer and then just pull out what I need when we need more. So it's mostly just Johnny and Joseph that eat this because they really like salami. Isabella not. Isabella definitely not. Me sometimes, but very rarely. But it's mostly those guys. So this should last over that entire summer holidays. The ham, these were $7.99 for 500 grams. Now this, I bought this because the ham looked really good. Again, has it got a use by date on it? Let me find the use by date. The 8th of January it says on that one. Is that what I'm saying? 8th of January. So these though, the beauty of this type of stuff is that you can cut these up into the quarters and actually put these in the freezer as well. And I probably will do the same thing as that and just pull out what we need when we need it. So it'll last a bit longer obviously than that date. So I bought this one though because look, it didn't look slimy. It didn't look slimy and it just looked like a really nice cut of meat. So I don't know, hopefully it's nice. But again, I'll probably use this, we could use this on pizzas and stuff, but I'll probably use it mostly for like sandwiches, toasties, that type of thing. So I just thought that one was a good ham, so I purchased those. Okay, the meat from Costco took up most of the Costco spend because it was very expensive because I bought things in big bulk lots, okay? So especially when it comes to the beef type products. So very expensive, but this is definitely all going to last me those 2 months for sure. I've actually still got stuff in my freezer as well. So I probably last beyond the 2 months, honestly, some of this stuff. So let me go through it. Sausages. I did pay a little bit more for these. These were $11.99. You can get sausages at Coles right now, which we don't mind the sausages, and the ones at Aldi. Don't like the Woolworths ones, but they're I think the Coles ones are about $11 for 24. This was $11.99. However, the ones at Coles and Aldi, they're tasting a bit different, and I've realized because someone messaged me that they've got chicken in them. These are not 100% beef. The 100% beef ones were what was it, $19.99 for the for the 24. That's how much it was. So it was a lot more. But if you wanted just beef, they're the ones you get. These ones have some pork in them. So it doesn't list chicken as a thing. It looks more red. So I'm going to assume that they're definitely more beef. So we'll see how they are. Hopefully they're good because I got 3 packets. These we usually use obviously on the barbecue, especially in summer, but also in other recipes and things that I do. So we'll see how they are. I'm hoping I'll like them. I've never bought sausages from Costco, so hopefully they're very good. The chicken breast was a good price, $9.99 per kilo. I really got it from Costco because this is 2.5 kilos, so it was just bigger packs basically. They're about the same price I think at Aldi and that, but I just thought for that I would do that. So they looked good though. I know I'm going to procrastinate, but I need to get it done probably today sometime, where I need to actually cut these up and do whatever I'm going to do with them, because I need to get them into the freezer obviously. The top side steak, I got 2 lots of these. They were around $50 for the lot, but there are so many in here, and the other pack that I got last time lasted for so long. It was so good. Look at that. I've got 2 lots of them. They're very good. There's so many in here. Because my kids don't really eat this, Joseph might, but Isabella no. It does last us ages. So I'm going to pack these up in smaller lots, obviously in Ziploc bags for the freezer, and I will use these for a number of different things. I can put these on the barbecue, of course. We can have like steak sandwiches and things like that, steak on the plate with veggies, or I can just cut these up and I can use them in slow cooker for stuff, do stir fries, all sorts of things. So this is a really good pack for me, and I'm telling you the quality was so good compared to the supermarket. Like, cooks so well. Like, honestly, I loved it. So I did get 2 lots. The last time I bought chops from Costco, I actually bought, what are they called? The little loin chops. Oh my gosh, the most delicious things I've had, I reckon. They were cooked on the barbecue and they were delicious. They were very thick, like this thick. Now, this lot here cost me $66.89. It's $19.99 a kilo. These chops, I don't know if you can see them, way thicker than the normal supermarket. So it might seem expensive, but the thickness of them and what you get is much better. The cut's better, the taste is better. I don't know why the taste is better. Like, it's all coming from the same animal, so I'm not sure why. But maybe it's just the freshness of it, because they don't, like, look at the use by. It was packed on the 28th, best before the 1st. So it's not like in the regular supermarket where they're probably putting other things into packets to make them last longer, maybe. I don't know. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the freshness of it and why their meat at Costco tastes so good. But there's a lot in here, and I'm just going to break them up into little packets for just probably general barbecue type cooking. And then the pork loin steaks, the boneless, $31.12 for that pack, and about $30 for that pack. So $12.99 a kilo. They are very thick. I mostly got these. Johnny loves pork, guys. He really does. I liked doing a pork roast, of course, but I thought this would be good. Again, that could be done on the barbecue, or I could do some sort of slow cooker stuff with it. Instead of doing a roast, I could just throw these in the slow cooker and just have smaller portions basically of it. So I just thought it would last me a bit longer, to be honest. So I got 2 lots of those. And then the last thing I've got here, and if you're wondering what all these bags are, like these bags here you get in Costco when you're in there, because look, you can see the blood and stuff. What I like to do though is take my own garbage bags like this, because look, this one you can even see. The cling wrap is not great on them. They tear and stuff, especially if you've got a lot like I do and you're stacking them up. So always pack smaller garbage bags, not scented ones. If you can find non-scented, that's better. But just to put them in there, because it'll help in the car basically. So yes, that's why the bags are on here. But these, it's hard for you to see. $11.99 a kilo, the best mince in the world. I love this mince. It's so great when you cook with it. My kids can always tell when I haven't used Costco mince in the spaghetti bolognese. It just doesn't cook as well. It doesn't break up as well. And it's a bit more chunkier and stuff like this. This is great, this mince. Absolutely great. I think it's a lot more lean too than your regular mince. So it's about nearly 4 kilos in that packet, and the other one would be around about the same. So I've got around about 7 to 8 kilos of mince, which again I'll break up into smaller lots and put them in the freezer for other cooking things. Now I need to do it that way and not just cook with it straight away, because there's so much of it. Because I'm just trying to find, yeah, best before date. So they got 1 day as a best before date from the day it was packed, which is probably again why it tastes the way it does. It's fresher and stuff. So yeah. I'm happy with that, and I'm just, yeah, my freezer's going to be happy that I've got mince, because because I haven't had it for so long. Out of the top side steak, I got 11 nights dinners. If I was to actually have some of this and use it for stir fry or like casserole, something like that for one night, I'd probably combine 2 packets. So that's a good amount of beef there. Frozen, I only got 2 things just because of where I have to travel. I don't want anything that's gonna like melt and stuff too quickly, you know what I mean? So I got these bags. Now we've had these before, absolutely love them. This is a 2 kilo bag of chicken schnitzels. They're pretty thin, but they're great. They're crunchy. We can do so many things with these. I do a lot of food flipping with schnitzels, and I grabbed 3 bags to kind of hopefully last over the summer. We've got other things obviously that we can eat and stuff, but this is just a really great option for so many things, especially in the hot weather. So, well, fingers crossed, hot weather coming up. So I really want to get these because we've had them before. We love them. They are so good. The price on these, really good price for the 2 kilos, but even better with the price that I got, which is another reason why I thought, yep, I'm gonna get 3 bags of those. This is something new that we've not normally bought, or we've never bought this one before. This is nearly 2 kilos and it has strawberry, blueberry and banana in it. This is perfect because we do make a lot of smoothies and have those, especially like Isabella will have it for breakfast. Johnny loves to have it with his protein powders in them and stuff like that. He'll actually use these in like his oats and stuff for breakfast and things, so they're very versatile. So I actually got 2 bags of this. I thought these were $19.99, but for 2 kilos I thought that was a pretty good price, honestly, especially for what they were, because I think I'm paying over $5 for 500 grams normally, I think. So especially if I was to buy a variety of different things. So I don't know, I thought this was a good price though. I'm looking forward to having these in the house and just as ease, you know what I mean? Like not having to go and get fresh fruit and stuff. It's in the freezer for those particular things. I probably wouldn't defrost them and have them just in a bowl because the banana and that's probably going to go a little bit mushy. But for the purpose of cooking and for smoothies and things like that, I think this is perfect. All right, Coles and Woolworths, I'm going to put everything together with those 2 just because there was the shop that I did together. So this is fridge stuff that I got. So when it came to obviously fruit and veggies, I'm not going overboard or doing 2 months worth obviously because it's not going to last. So I just got what I needed this week. So I got some bananas, I got a cucumber, I did get this punnet of, it was mini apples and they look like Pink Lady, which they are. It's open because I wanted to check them and I've had to throw out 2, which is a bit disappointing to be honest, because obviously I've paid for more than that and they weren't cheap. So I should have got the ones at Costco. I don't know why I didn't. So it was silly of me. But it is what it is. So next week on my top-up shop, I'll get some more because we do go through a lot of apples. I did get some grapes as well. These were around $13.90, I think it was, per kilo for the red, which are cheaper than the green. We love grapes. We like the green ones. The kids love the green ones. But they're just so expensive. They're like nearly $20 a kilo, I think. So this lot here actually did cost me $15. So they're pricey, but we love them. And then I got some of the 12 packet of, what are they, Yoplait yogurts, which we love. And then I also got some, or 2 bags of the pizza blend cheese. Now, I was going to get the one at Costco and I thought, oh, it looks pretty pricey. I mean, this is 700 grams. I think it actually would have been cheaper to get the Costco one. I think it was like $24 for 2 kilos, which probably would have been a better deal because this was around $9.90, I think, for only 700. Anyway, it is what it is. I've got this today. But this kind of cheese I use for cooking, obviously. So we do it homemade pizzas, parmesans. What do they call it? Parmesanas. If I do shepherd's pies, like just lots of different things I use. Baked potato, I use it on that. I like a good pizza blend cheese. So I got 2 bags of those. 2 of the margarine, the Simply one. This is pretty much tastes the same as the Aldi one to me. This has gone down in price now. It's less than $3. It's like $2.60 or something now. Like it's really cheap. And we like it. So 1 kilo of that. So I got 2 of those. I do have one in the fridge, but I think I only need 2 more for the couple of months. It lasts pretty well in our house. So anyway, I got 2 of those. And you can actually freeze these too if you really want to. Although I don't, because of my big shop, I don't think I've got room in the freezer. So they'll definitely go in my fridge. And then when it came to meats, because I got so much at Costco, I ended up getting 3 of the chicken puff pastry parcels. Now, Johnny and I are the only ones that eat these at the moment. Isabella, I don't think she's very interested in these. Joseph possibly might try. So I got 3 because then it's like 2 nights worth, you know, we can each have one for dinner. Isabella on that night will have salad and rice, but with chicken tenders or schnitzels or something, you know, something like that. So, yeah, this is kind of how I've done it anyway. And then the Kievs, I thought, because normally I would get 3 of these as well for that exact reason. I think I might actually have 1 in the freezer, which is why I only got 2. But if I don't, because Joseph will eat this, if I don't, then maybe I'll just get 1 in the top-up shop for that night or whatever, just to make it up. So, yeah, and these are around, these are great, these Kievs. These are less processed. They're more of a chicken breast. They're less processed than the other Kievs that you get that are really cheap. 2 of these is like 2 in the packet is I think around $9 roughly. Actually, I think these are $8 and I think these are $9. I think that's the price currently at Coles, and they are the best Kievs ever. Like, I love them. The crumbing's really good on them. The filling, like you actually have filling in them even though it seeps out. It's great. So love these. These are one of our favorite things to have. Cabana, this is the one from Coles in the deli section. That's probably our favorite to have. So even at full price at $4.50, I'm willing to pay it because I like it. If you can get it on sale, it's even better though. You usually get it for like $2.90, but it just wasn't that this week, and I don't know when it's going to go on sale. So this is what I got. I actually got 4 sticks in here, so that was $18 for the 4 sticks. Obviously 4 sticks is not going to last in the fridge for 2 months, but what I'll do is I'll actually freeze it. Just wrap it up and freeze it, and it's good to go. Like, you can defrost it and then use it for whatever. We like to do like meat, cheese, and fruit little containers, what do you call it, like a platter up. I do in the summer holidays a lot, especially if we have friends over for play dates and stuff like that. So that's probably what it's going to be used for mostly in the summer holidays. Frozen, this might surprise you, but I did not get any frozen veggies, which I normally always buy, you guys know that, but my freezer is full of them and there's enough for the next 2 months. So all good there. So really I spent money on ice cream because I wanted different ice creams for different desserts and things. That's usually when we'll have them. Stuff like this might just be during the day for a bit of fun. We love these. Like, they taste, oh my gosh, guys, so delicious. I bought these because they were half price. So we're down to $4.50. So I got 2 boxes of those. The Hokey Pokey, this ice cream here, this premium Awesome, I think it's called, the Awesome brand. This is so expensive. There's different versions of it, and I wanted to get another one as well, but they were out of it. They're $11 or $12 for 2 litres. So expensive. I don't pay that. I wait till they're on special. This was $5.50 for 2 litres, so I got it. Hokey Pokey I thought everyone likes. It's the only one that was available, so I grabbed it. I did get a big, this is around $10. Big, what is it, 4 litre, just standard Neapolitan. And then in the Peters, they do other yummy ones as well. So a choc mint swirl, which Joseph loves mint, so that's going to be great for him. He loves chocolate and he likes mint. Isabella loves vanilla and she loves strawberry and caramel. So she likes this one too. So we're all very happy here. And I love this one, this banana split one. It's got chocolate in it as well, but the banana, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so refreshing. I love it. These smaller ones, you can also get the rainbow, which is just like a vanilla flavor. But they're cheap. They're like $5.50 or something. So they're a really good price for ice cream, and it's nice. It's a nice ice cream. So to help make these stretch further, I will be having them in ice cream cones most of the time for dessert, or even just as a side sort of thing with a pudding or something like that. Pantry goods, again, I didn't get a lot because I got a lot from Costco. Plus, I also have a lot in my stockpile, which I'll be using because I've been saving up that emergency stockpile for the summer holidays. So I do have a few things in there, obviously, already. The things I didn't have are stuff like this. So I don't have any stock. Sometimes I'll use stock cubes, but if I can use the Campbell's if it's on special, and this one actually was, I'll get this. I got the vegetable because it's pretty versatile to do lots of different things with. And the other reason why I get the Campbell's and not the other cheaper brands is because these ones, like the chicken one, the beef one, and all that, it pretty much is them making the stock from the item, I'm pretty sure, because the other brands, the cheaper brands, it'll say stuff on it like chicken flavored or chicken style or something like that. Then when you read the back, I don't think they've actually made the stock that way. It might be almost I don't know, just some other flavoring of some sort to make it that, I think. So I feel like this one, plus the other really obviously more expensive ones, are actual proper stock made from scratch. So I like to get the Campbell's one when I can. Vegemite were out, so I actually got this massive jar, which is, I think it was around $9 for this. It was pretty big. I didn't get the Costco one because the last time I got the Costco one, we got to a point where, and we didn't use it all, but it started smelling funny, so I figured maybe it might not be very good. We just weren't going through it enough, like quick enough, so I went with this jar. Cookies, I actually got 4 of these. These were down to $5. They're normally about $6.50. I love the variety. Of course, I can make my own. I've got cake mixes and stuff to do things. I'm going to make slices. I've got a lot of Marie biscuits, which I will do lots of different things with. But these, I just thought I would get these as well. And what I'll do with these is actually put them in the freezer. I've done that before, especially when I've had points deals on this kind of stuff. I'll buy them, put them in the freezer, and I just pull them out, not every week obviously, like I mix it up. So these are definitely going to last over the 2 months because I'll mix it up with other sweets that I might make, or you know, whatever. So yeah, I got 4 of those. The mini bites were on special for $3.50, so I really wanted to get some of these, even though I've got a lot of pantry stuff from Costco, like snacky stuff. During the holidays, and just every day in general with my kids, if you don't know, they will have something like this, obviously, maybe a little bag of chips in their lunchbox or something like that. But otherwise, my kids will eat yogurts, custards, fruits. They love cheese and biscuits, that kind of stuff. So we really mix it up. But of course, we have stuff like this, convenient stuff as well. So I did get the 2 of the plain and then 2 of the salt and vinegar. Cereals I have in my stockpile, I've got a lot of Sultana brands, so this is our favourite cereal though, so I have to wait till it's on special. It was on special this week for $4.50. Well, I've seen better, but I really wanted to get it because I thought, who knows when it'll go on sale. So I got 3 boxes of that, which I think will be enough combined with the other cereal I actually already have. And then I also got 2 boxes of these, so 40. I think these were $10 for 20. Johnny has a lot of this, and he throws the frozen fruits and stuff like that on it, and he loves it for breakfast. So maybe I might start having it too. I don't think the kids will really have it, but he loves this, so I got this in bulk for him so he could do lots of different things. My favourite pasta sauce is this one from... My favourite pasta sauce is this one from Woolworths. It's the green label one. There is a red label one, but I like this one. And it's less than $3 for a jar, and it's big. It's 700 grams, and it's fantastic. I use this for spaghetti bolognese. Sometimes I'll use it on parmas, like make parmesanas as well, and I love them because it just doesn't have a weird taste, like it's a nice taste. This though is great. My spaghetti bolognese, I use this as a base. I add zucchini, carrot, capsicum, onion, a little bit of tomato sauce on top of it as well, just because we like that extra flavor, but it's fantastic as a base. So I've got 6 of those, and they hopefully should last me that 2 months. And then bread was the last thing I got from Coles and Woolworths. I only got 4 loaves. I've got some in the freezer at the moment. I don't have a huge amount of room left in my freezer because of all my meats and stuff that I purchased. So bread is something obviously I'll get in the top-up shops as I need it. But I just got 4 loaves for today. I was going to go to Baker's Delight, but it was at night time when I shopped this. So I decided I would just go with what I could get, and Tip Top is our favourite supermarket bread. I do like the Sunblessed one as well, but I thought I'll just get this time, so I did. Alright, lucky last here is Aldi. Now, I have shopped this quite a few days after my other shops, just because I just ran out of time and I was busy and everything. So this is what I've got, and I have taken a sip out of the orange juice because I really wanted it. So I did get this orange juice from Aldi, and I love this orange juice, so I got 3 lots of it. The use by date on it is not until March, so that's going to stretch over the summer holidays, which is fantastic. And this orange juice, you can get pulp free, or you can get it with the pulp, and it's less than $5. It's like $4.99 or something. So it's a great price. Absolutely love that juice. I did 99.9% orange juice. Then you've got obviously your preservative in there that they always put in, but it is not a fruit drink. It's actually orange juice. You get a couple of their apple juices as well. I did get a couple of their apple juices as well, just because we like their apple juice. It's gone up a little bit now. It was just under $3, maybe $2.59 maybe for it, but it's a good juice. We do like it. I did get a couple of the muffin mixes. Just we like the Aldi ones. They're great to have in the cupboard just for times when you just want to have something extra and cook that. So it's really more of a, I already have some of this in the cupboard, but I've got some more just in case sort of thing. So I grabbed those. So we've got the triple choc muffin mix and the blueberry. Now these are not very expensive. They're $3.99 each, and to be honest, they are like on another level when it comes to cake mixes. Like, they are really good and really delicious. So I would highly recommend trying these, more so than the ones at the supermarket, unless you're doing Betty Crocker. Like the Betty Crocker ones, which are more expensive, that's the kind of level these are, and I just really love them. Tomatoes, always great to have in the cupboard for different things. So I got 4 tins of that because I think there might be a couple of them in my stockpile, but otherwise I don't have any, and these are about $1.19. The pineapple chunks, I got these ones from Aldi. I've got 4 tins. Obviously I have some still in the cupboards and things like that, but I like the Aldi ones because the top bit is easy to get into them, and I use them on a number of different things, so it's always really good to have. And we can use it for juices and smoothies and stuff like that too if we really wanted to, but they will, you know, last beyond the 8 weeks if we don't use them, so that's really good. Noodles, can't go past the Aldi noodles. They're an absolute favorite, honestly. If you haven't tried them, try them. Used to be $1 a packet, now they're $1.89, but I don't care. I will pay that because they are delicious. You can get chicken in them, and you can get like a mega range version as well. They might be a bit more expensive, but as far as beef and chicken go, fantastic. I have got 6 packets, and I think I've got some more in my stockpile as well. So we'll see how we go with them. Hopefully they last. If not, I'll just get some more in the top-up shop along the way. Pasta, I have a ton of it because I use it for lots of different things. And I'm pretty low. I've got some in stockpile, but not much. I have got 4 packs of bows, 99 cents each. They are amazing. They're so good. I would say that the Aldi pasta, especially for only being like 99 cents, is as good as the San Remo for sure. Like, San Remo was my favorite pasta, and I would put it at that level. So it's a step up from the home brand stuff. So I got 4 of the bows. I got 2 of the actual spaghetti, and then I got 2 lots of the spirals, just in case I do something else that I prefer to use spirals for. But otherwise, bows are probably the kids' favorite. And then it's this, and then it's this. Tomato sauce I also got from Aldi just because I prefer the taste of this one. So this one, is that under, I think it's under $5, just slightly, like $4.99 or something for it. But it's a good one, so we like that one as well. So total spent for that grocery shop, I'm going to put here on the screen. How much I would normally spend maybe in that time frame with main shops and then top-up shops with my usual budget, I will put here. I have been spending, like I said before, in the top-up shops I've done over the last, say 3 to 4 weeks, I've spent probably on average $50 a week just on extra fresh fruit and veggies. Like I said, any perishable sort of things mostly. That's kind of what I did. Sometimes if I saw something on sale, maybe I might have purchased something then, but not really thinking about this because of the budget that I had and the stretch that I was doing over the 8 weeks. So far so good. I'm pretty happy with how things have gone. Definitely watch the video that's linked below where I have restocked my pantry and stuff with the stuff that I had in my stockpile stuff, and just I had so much stuff obviously that I had to have it. I just put everything in the stockpile stuff here in my office, so that's where I keep everything, so I did that. I did go through the freezers and stuff and show you guys kind of what I've got left. So going off the back of that video, definitely watch it though if you want to see sort of where I was at and how messy my pantry was and everything. But going off the back of that, will I survive the next 4 weeks? Yes, I will. And to be honest, a lot of the freezer stuff's going to last well beyond the next 4 weeks, so I'm really happy about that. It's saving me money obviously in the weeks coming up after that, when school goes back and I get back into the motion of doing my grocery shopping and things like that. I have also thought about whether I'm going to actually, you know, do something similar to this again, and just to free up a lot of time. To do something like this, you really have to think about whether it's worth it money-wise, because I always say to people, I've done monthly shopping, fortnightly shopping, and weekly shopping. Weekly shopping, absolutely, I would not do a main shop every single week. That's where you're definitely going to waste money there. You either do it monthly or you do it weekly. Fortnightly, because fortnightly you do like a main shop and then do one top-up shop the next week, which is a little bit easier to control, like budgets and stuff, and get sale items. That's why I like doing the fortnightly one, definitely. I feel like when I do it monthly, I tend to spend a little bit extra, but maybe after doing this experiment, you know, I've shopped for 8 weeks and it's been really well, like really good. I think usually in the past when I've done a monthly shop and then done 3 top-up shop weeks, I've had higher budgets for the top-up shops, but that's probably because I didn't have a huge amount for the monthly shop. Maybe I had a good amount of money, but it wasn't as much as what obviously I spent. When I went shopping and did that monthly shop, I didn't have a budget. I honestly thought, no, I just need to think about this. It was all about me saving time. So I had to look at this and think, okay, I just need to go and get what I need to get. Obviously, I had a list. I had a plan on things we were probably going to eat for main meals and stuff like that. So I did go with that, obviously. I wasn't just like, oh, I'm just going to spend whatever and okay, here's $3,000 spent. I didn't do that, obviously. But I definitely feel like I could make things stretch further because I was shopping for longer. So I feel like the top-up shops in this instance has definitely worked out better than me even doing a monthly shop. So in my head, for me personally, I feel like doing a fortnightly shop, the way I usually do it, is best, or doing something that's way further than like doing for a month, because I just think it works out better. You've got a bit more of a stretch of the budget and stuff as well if you're really planning ahead that far in advance. So yeah, there's my little thoughts on that. So I do feel like it's worked out well for us. It's definitely saved me a ton of time, and that was my main goal. It really, of course I want to save money, but my main goal was really just saving time, so I had more time with the kids and just didn't have to take out 2 days in a row of just like, guys, I can't do anything. I've got to do the shopping, I've got to film, I've got to edit, I've got to do all the things. I just cut all that out, so it's been fantastic. So yeah, who will know what will happen after these next 4 weeks? I will see you in 4 weeks time, I guess, when it comes to groceries, and I will let you guys know what my plans are with my grocery shopping, because yeah, I've really loved saving a ton of time here, and I think that's been probably the most important thing to me, obviously in the school holidays, to spend more time, you know, with the kids and stuff. So let's talk in 4 weeks time and see where I'm at and see what the future holds for my grocery shopping. Alright guys, so thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the new After the School Run vlogging channel that I've got. It's more of a day in the life channel of me just managing my day-to-day at home as a busy mum and working out of the home a little bit, plus also running my businesses from home. So definitely check that out if you want stuff about productivity and running businesses from home, all of that kind of stuff. It is linked below. It's called After the School Run. But otherwise guys, thanks so much for watching today. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye.